hope we didn't have too much rain over the weekend. So we're talking about secrets to health tonight. This month in October, we've been looking at pain and inflammation, and we're going to give you some secrets tonight that really aren't secrets, but they are in our society to help with pain and inflammation. They're real simple things, at least on my part here. So they're pretty simple. We've got ourselves in a little different arrangement here tonight because we're going to open ourselves back up to having in-person meeting here on 6 o'clock here at Natural Health on Monday nights for our health shops. Before COVID and everything, we used to have quite a few people come. We'd have this room almost full some nights with people coming to learn about health and different things. And I had another presentation I would give on nutrition response testing to explain to people what it actually is that we do here besides chiropractic. And everybody knows really about chiropractic as far as pain and things like that, but don't know about chiropractic as far as helping the actual body being healthy and well. So we go into a lot more information about that, especially about the nutrition work and nutrition response testing using a muscle arm strength test to determine what's going on in there. We have some demonstrations we'll do and start working on that again as we kind of get back away from all this COVID stuff, and we'll see how the weather goes too. But tonight we're talking about secrets to health. I have a couple of them I'm going to share that if people will just do these two things, they would really be much better off, much healthier. If you look at, there's a lot of good videos on YouTube, especially on Brian.com, and doctors looking at the history of our health and what's happened since like the 1900s, and they're even starting back in the 1890s, 1880s, and the advent of sugar and the ability to get sugar, and then it increased the degenerative diseases, but also the seed oils and the oil industry, not so much petroleum, what to do with, the grocers would have problems with good oils going bad, so they tried to find other oils and things. So we'll get into that in a minute. But anyway, you can get into those history videos and get a lot more depth into what I'm going to talk about here tonight. Just got to give you a quick little blurbs on these tonight. So I won't keep it too long because we got to get ready for Halloween so we can go out and eat a lot of sugar and junk and stuff like that, right? No. So we look at this as being the almost like the season of disease, because we're going to start into Halloween, then Thanksgiving, then Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, Easter. All those things are big excuses to eat a lot of junk food and sugar and junk like that. So anyway, let's go into this and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, of course, Dr. Mark here. And a reminder too that we've been in the office now for 40 years, going on 40 years. We'll have a big celebration coming up in March of next year. I've been a doctor now for 40 years and just learned a lot of things over time, learning more every day. So that's just very interesting stuff, and especially with this COVID thing. The COVID thing I think is really interesting, and it's really showing the problems with mainstream medicine and how it's being controlled from the top down. A lot of these doctors are trying to do, I posted an article before on even in Argentina, the doctors are trying to use ivermectin and they're trying to help people out and they're getting good results, but they're being squished by the licensing boards and all that kind of stuff. And that's happening in this country for sure. A lot of good MDs are wanting to try to help people, but they're not being allowed to. And it really shows the problems with the politics involved in medicine, the money grabbing, all that kind of stuff going on. So our goal here at Natural Health is just to keep people out of that system. If we have you well and healthy, you don't need to get into that. You need to have treatments and things. You don't need to have medications. So we're going to try to work towards that. So that's what we do at Natural Health, really is work towards that part of things. So we'll get into our first big secret. Now this is a big secret. We haven't hardly talked about it before. But health secrets again, sugar, that's the big one. And for us, it's been a big one. We've talked about it for years. Everybody's known that processed sugar especially is just not good for the body. Processed sugar, processed carbs, processed flours and grains, that's all high sugars. Now, high glycemic value means that it's absorbed by the body very quickly. It's kind of like burning paper. When you just light a flame, the paper just goes and burns up real quick, as compared to oak wood, which takes a while to start burning, but then it burns nice and slow. You have that nice energy for a long time. But paper, you just get a great big flash of energy, and then it will be as hard on whatever you're working with. That's kind of the same thing with sugar. It's a very high energy thing, but no nutritional value there. And sugar in its form as a processed sugar works like a drug, more addictive than cocaine. It's just a big problem, and we want to get people away from it. Now, the catch-22 in that is that once you've been on sugar, once you're using a lot of sugar, it's a drug. It's very hard to get rid of. It's very hard to get off of it. You get addicted to it just like you would a drug. So we have ways of helping our patients with natural health and to slowly and surely get them off of eating a lot of sugars, getting them away from the comfort foods. The interesting thing with sugar, it actually gives you an endorphin rush like a drug would. And the problem is that you want it more, and just the more sugar you get, the worse your health is. Again, because there's no nutritional value there. It actually takes your stored nutrition and vitamins and minerals to help process the sugar in your body. And so refined sugar, but again, you can have it once in a while. It's not going to kill you if you do it once in a while. But the problem is in our culture, we're having a cinnamon roll for breakfast, our bagels, or our sugary cereal. We're having some kind of pie or some dessert for lunch, and some kind of dessert for supper, plus ice cream, and maybe later on another snack. That's all sugar. And so there's definitely an increase in the pounds per year. I think we're up to like 250 pounds per person of sugar per year. That's why all the degenerative diseases are going on. I mean, half the population is obese, on and on and on, degenerative diseases going on. We've talked before about that and some other ones. So I think that's probably enough about sugar because we go on about enough. I mean, all the diabetics in our country, just because you're on, if you're diabetic and you're taking, medications for that, does not mean you're healthy. I mean, people that are on medications are not healthy. They're just covering up symptoms. So it's really important to understand what the underlying cause of it is. And many times it's just as simple as refined sugar. Our body's never meant to have refined sugar. So that's the one big secret. It's not really a secret that people just don't want to work on it because they like sugar. Well, once you get off the sugar for a while and get your body healthy, you really don't want that. It's really too sweet. But our body's been conditioned to that over the years of all these holidays. And then the next big one is vegetable oils. If you look at in our history in the last, since 1900s, the amount of sugar has gone up, the amount of sugar that we eat and goes up, processed foods, and right along with that, the amount of vegetable oils has gone up at the same time, as has degenerative diseases and all the other ones like that, cancers and all that kind of stuff. And something I learned the other day that I really didn't even know, because I've done a lot of research on sugars and how that works in the body. But vegetable oils also cause a lot of problems with insulin resistance. And many times they can be at the root cause of insulin resistance. Vegetable oils, again, are not meant to be in the body. They're a processed oil. They work great in the grocery store shelves because they last forever, but they're not good oils. So the good oils, and again, this flies in the face of some of our heart specialists, but the good oils are good old butter, lard, tallow, coconut oil, and extra virgin olive oil. Those are good oils, body can get along pretty good. But all these processed hydrogenated vegetable oils are really an abomination to the body, and the body has to deal with them, and it really gums up the work. So we're finding these vegetable oils like canola oil, soybean, sunflower, safflower, and of course margarine. Margarine's worse. Margarine's kind of almost like a semi-plastic. These things have been introduced into our diets for years, and maybe even good attention to the time. But as time has gone on now, the research is showing how bad these things are for people, and they're just as vegetable oil is just as bad as sugar, if not worse, as far as a hand grenade in our diet, causing all kinds of destructive issues there. So we're going to try to avoid those, and they are almost as hard to avoid as sugar. There are all kind of things, like salad dressings and just all kind of processed foods that are in there for whatever reason. So anyway, it's really important to know about that. We talk a lot about that. I'm getting a lot more information about that here at Natural Health because we're seeing the health destructive problems with vegetable oils and seed oils. So that's my two big health secrets for tonight. I think that makes some pretty good points. And we have, again, there's just a lot more information out there if you're interested, give us a call. And don't forget also, we have free consultations. If you don't know what we do here at Natural Health, you can go to our website at naturalhealth.com, and there's all kind of information there, some videos and things about what we do. And also you can come for a free consultation that I'll do with you to find out what we can do for you. And if you have any questions about what we do, we're happy to help with that. So without any further ado, I'll bring Dr. Chip on board, and he'll talk about some more health secrets. Dr. Chip.
All right, great. Okay, so Dr. Mark covered a couple health secrets that you could say the sugar and vegetable oils, kind of something to bring up to your awareness to say, hey, these could be some factors here to cause some health issues. But I will we'll take a little different approach here yet, but also just kind of incorporate those nutrition, those food sides there too. And again, I'm Dr. Chip, and we'll get started. So first I wanted to say is that this was kind of a secret, but more just more like you'd say a blind spot, something that we're not aware of yet, or something that we might have just forgotten. But again, an intelligence. We always think about, of course, an intelligence as some smart things, such as you would say smartphones or smart watches or smart TVs, all that. And that's pretty smart. They're pretty intelligent what they do, what they can do, and that helps us a lot with different things. And again, by no means is this saying something against those kind of technological advancements. But again, you can see is that the smartwatch, it helps us to do a lot of different things. Again, it helps to track different things that we want to, can make us, be aware of different things, which is a great tool for us to learn. But we forget how intelligent our brain and body is. We don't even realize all millions of billions, maybe trillions of functions that all the cells, all the different things in our bodies that are capable of doing. So again, just for instance, your breathing, your digestion, your circulation, any involuntary muscle actions that you need to perform, all those different things, again, it's just an intelligence of this body that's it's doing what it needs to. So a lot of times it's not really that they're secrets. Again, they're just happening in the background all the time. And so again, when we're aware of what could actually hinder the intelligence of our body, then we can actually see that it might not even be that we need something outside, but we just really need to be aware of what we're doing to ourselves that's actually causing or inhibiting our expression of life or expression of health. So again, just another way of thinking, perspective of seeing it differently. So again, Dr. Mark kind of explained that already about the sugar, vegetable oils, again, different things that can hinder or you would say inhibit health. Again, in moderation, sugar, sugary foods, all that stuff, that's gonna be in our lives anyway, especially during these times here that are coming up, like Dr. Mark explained, kind of the holiday season. But again, we need to be kind of aware and understand that again, eating good whole foods found in nature is always beneficial for our bodies because we've been used to them for so long, and that our bodies are very well, you'd say, does know how to digest those foods properly. And a lot of those foods can have good properties in them to help our bodies to, you'd say, clean out or build the tissue or anything like that. But again, it's just supportive there. And so again, you can kind of see some good whole foods, you see some vegetables, some fruits, different little, you say mushrooms, all that there too. Some salmon, some good roasted veggies there. So again, just good whole foods found in nature is always a good way to go when in doubt. Again, these don't have any labels on them, so that means that there's no processing there. Now, physical, again, just kind of exercise, moving our bodies. It doesn't have to be jogging or running. It could be all different types of activities, but just to get our bodies moving. It could be walking, could be something in sports, anything, riding your bikes. It doesn't matter. Something you like or enjoy doing that makes your body move in a certain way to kind of get the blood flowing. And then again, just something that you enjoy doing, such as something playful. Again, I have a guitar here, musical instrument. Of course, that is always good if you have that outlet, if you're good at that, or if you want to become skilled at that. That's another way of going. But again, it doesn't have to be that. It can be something else that you like doing. It could be, movies, music. It could be some kind of form of entertainment that you like to do. You can kind of switch up sports. That's kind of both kind of that play, that exercise there too. But just again, something that you like or enjoy doing is always good, and again, helping to move the body. Now, of course, this is not a really strong physical endurance there. And so again, that helps you would say, our body to relax in a way, and helps our mind to actually, our brain to kind of process things differently there too. We're not always thinking about what we need or have to do, but play, music, dancing, all that, it just kind of helps us to kind of not take things so serious, but to enjoy life more. And again, that's again an expression of life. And so the mind, again, this is kind of that triple threat here. But the mind, again, is a very crucial thing that we need to become aware of too. So you have a smiling brain, kind of two thumbs up there. And again, kind of showing is a good happy brain, a good health for the body there too. And so again, it's not always what we eat is important. Of course, that's a good form of digestion and all that. But we have to be aware of what we're putting into our minds here. So what we're watching, what we're seeing, what we're experiencing, all that too, that's stuff that our brain needs to register. It has to register in a way to, you would say, kind of see what's going on in our environment. And so when it's able to do that well, or you would say, if it's not bombarded with so much information out there, with so much negativity, with so much other stuff there, then again, it can, you would say, be more clear or be more calm in a way for our bodies to heal appropriately. Now again, I'm not saying is that don't be aware of the stuff going on out there. I'm just saying not to indulge in it too much, because sometimes that can be kind of overwhelming to digest for our brain and then our body there too. So again, what that comes really back down to is balance. That's kind of the secret really, is balance. We need to balance our lives in a way that helps, you would say, us to be able to work well, to have a good life, and you say work to where you're incorporating good things for other people. You're giving value to other people. You're doing something to help others. Again, that's kind of that work there. But there also needs to be a balance of you can play, you can enjoy life, and you can just do whatever you need to do that. Again, there's many different forms there, and everybody's different. And of course, if you enjoy working, if your work is there too. But going back here, balance. And you have these three different areas here, and again, balance is important because you can be very, you would say very nutrition, based. But if you're not working on these other two, then again, there could be something that's not, you would say, incorporating all that health can offer there. Or again, if you're just kind of running all the time, or if you're exercising all the time, but you forget about the nutrition part, or you forget about the mind part, then that could be another issue there too. Or, mind thing too. Again, this is a big factor here, but again, these all go in balance here. And so when we're physically active, it actually helps our mind. And when we're physically active, then we start to eat better. Again, these all play into a balance to where when we're doing well in one, then it helps to go kind of balance out the others. So whatever your balance is, or whatever your kind of starter is, sometimes people have different avenues. And when they start their day with, a good walk or run, then their day gets better. Or the mind, if you start with journaling or something like that, then again, that's good for everybody there too. So everybody's a little different in that area, but again, it just comes down to balance. And so again, I think that's about all here. So I'm going to wrap it up there. But that's kind of the secret there too. It's just, again, like we said, is to avoid or kind of to limit the things that are almost going kind of too much on our bodies and preventing health, and to get back to what we've kind of talked about there too, is just to promote health. So again, I'm glad you are watching, or you watched the video here. And again, like Dr. Mark explained, what we do in the office here, we help everybody heal in different ways, or promote health in different ways, with nutrition, chiropractic in general, and all that. But again, you can always follow us on other platforms here, at Natural Health Quincy IL, at Facebook, Instagram, Parler, YouTube, Brighteon, BitChute, and Parler, and then and then Dr. Mark Holschlag at Gab. And then you can subscribe to our email list, again at Natural Health, subscribe to our email list. You can also go to the website at naturalhealthquincy.com to learn more information about what we do in the office. Again, kind of see what's going on. Again, sometimes there's just so much information out there that it's hard to know where to start or what to do. And again, when you can find it in one location, it's just kind of easier for us to handle a little bit. Again, the location is 2000 Jefferson Street in Quincy, Illinois. The number is 217-228-2040. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something there. Again, keeping it simple for you guys to just know that, it's not much of a secret. It's just really to kind of bring to your awareness of what you can do for your own health. So thank you very much and have a great week.